I mentioned the Heretic Cleric 2 as being the only real comparable knife to the Makora 2 that's actually in production. And I said that my buddy had sent one so we could do a little compare and contrast. And here we are. The blade on the Heretic is just slightly shorter than the blade on the Microtech. I'd say about 1/4 inch. So this one comes in at about 4 1/4, and the Microtech comes in at about 4 1/2, just a smidge under. I think they were listed at 4.45. Handle size, very similar. Obviously, you've got a side-mounted trigger on the Heretic, and you've got a spine-mounted trigger on the Microtech. This does make the Microtech a little better if you're a lefty. You know, this is a truly ambidextrous knife with the spine-mounted trigger and a reversible pocket clip, whereas the Heretic does not have a reversible pocket clip. And this trigger is, I mean, it's doable as a lefty. And I guess you could clip it in your pocket and it wouldn't really matter as a lefty. But being able to actually reverse the clip and having the spine mounted trigger is definitely a more ambidextrous setup. The Heretic does come in a single edge Tanto blade as well. And with the slightly broader blade and a single edge grind, that would actually be a very handy knife. It's going to be very slicey. Whereas the dagger grinds, you know, they've got a very, very low grind that's going to focus, that's going to tend to wedge in a cut a lot more. The Makora only ever came in a dagger grind, so that's your only option there. They do both have glass breakers. Probably don't need the blades out to show you that. The Heretic glass breaker is very low profile. It's there if you need it, but you're never going to notice it if you don't need it. The Microtech has that big screw that's actually securing the pocket clip with the glass breaker balls set in it. I think I misspoke and just called this the Heretic. Whoops. The Microtech. One thing to note is you do get a steel ball with the Microtech, whereas the Heretic has a ceramic ball. Honestly, that ball being set directly into the aluminum chassis and sandwiched between the carbon fiber there, that does concern me a little bit. I'm not sure how well that would hold up. I'm sure it would work one time in a pinch as a glass breaker if you needed it, but I don't know if it might deform the aluminum chassis around there. Just something that comes to mind looking at the two of them side by side. Price wise, the Heretic is still in production, and I think these go for around $400. The Makora is a collectible Microtech, and so has a collector's tax on it. You know, these tend to go for probably $1,000, maybe a little bit more for a super clean version with the box and the paperwork. Maybe $800 for a user without the box and papers is probably about the cheapest I've seen one. So if you're looking for a knife you can actually pick up easily, order from a dealer right now and carry without worrying about destroying a collectible knife, you know, the Heretic Cleric 2 is definitely an option if you're looking for something in this form factor. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little compare and contrast between the old school Makora 2 and the relatively new Cleric 2. These came out a few years ago. They've been in production for a decent bit now. So they're definitely out there on the market. So yeah, hope everyone has a good day, and I will catch you all tomorrow.